Disclaimer: this is an emergency alert system scenario. It is completely fictive. All images belong to their original owners. This may include valid or invalid emergency alert system tones. Do not play this over the air or in the form of radio waves, as this can cause a false activation of the emergency alert system, and can cause mass and potentially widespread panic. The owner will not be held responsible for any issues caused. This has somewhat loud and possibly scary sounds and noises, as well as descriptions that some people may find creepy. Viewer discretion is advised. You have been warned. Guys, you might want to check this out.
All right. What's going on this time?
Let me just show you what the solar wind monitor just picked up. It's quite concerning.
Holy cow. That was a big explosion.
Gee, you think?
Shouldn't we inform the government?
Yeah, we should probably do that immediately. This is an emergency action notification, requested by the White House. All EAS participants will follow activation procedures in the EAS Operating Handbook. For a national-level emergency, the President of the USA, or his designated representative, will shortly deliver a message over the emergency alert system. Please stand by. Please stand by. Please stand by. We interrupt our programming. This is a global emergency. Important instructions and details will follow. Please stand by. Please stand by. The President or his representative will be speaking shortly. Please stand by.
The following message has been given authorization for release at the request of the President, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, the National Weather Service, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, and the United States Government, effective starting at 4:35 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. This is not a test. I repeat, this is not a test. A state of emergency has been declared for the entire world. I am speaking on behalf of the President, in case you did not know. My fellow Americans, an unfortunate discovery was made by NOAA recently. A coronal mass ejection has formed off the Sun, and is going to hit Earth in the next few minutes. This is going to cause serious destruction across the planet. It will destroy our power grids, starting massive fires. Eventually anarchism will rise. Nuclear power plants may go into meltdown, and several unprotected satellites will come crashing to Earth. It is expected that billions of people around the world would die. But the event is survivable. This is not the end of the world. We will rise after this. Our country does not fall that easily. We will be stronger than ever. But until then, please hold out as long as you can. All TV stations will be going off the air, so no TV alerts. But radios will remain on and radio alerts will continue. Please tune your radios appropriately if you have one. If you must, use a car radio. The solar storm will hit in the next few minutes. When the solar storm hits, expect global aurora. Please, try to turn off electronics while you still can. Do not panic. Panic will only worsen the situation. I wish everyone good luck during this horrible time.
That was a message from a representative of the President. We will now return to the emergency alert system. This is an emergency action notification. All broadcast stations and cable systems shall transmit this. This is NOAA Weather Radio Station KIH-39 in Ashland, Kentucky, broadcasting on a frequency of 461.44 MHz. This station originates from the National Weather Service office in Charleston. Here is the weather synopsis for the Middle Ohio Valley area. In Charleston, it was sunny, temperature 43 degrees, dew point 29 degrees, humidity 49%, wind north-northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Mandatory evacuation order. This is not a test. I repeat, this is not a test. A mandatory evacuation order has been issued for the area. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Ironton Police Department, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, and the National Guard. A few moments ago, when the solar storm struck the Earth, countless electronics have sent a spark and spontaneously combusted. This resulted in numerous fires across the major cities. If you are in a major city in the evacuation area, immediately evacuate. You have no time to prepare. Please grab family members and pets, along with a radio and leave. If there is a first aid kit close by, you may grab it as well. Emergency shelters will attempt to be set up in rural areas. This is an extremely dangerous and life-threatening situation, and should be taken seriously. Tens of fatalities and hundreds of injuries have already been reported. Do not panic. Panicking will only worsen your situation. Do not attempt to pick up family or relatives from schools or hospitals. These facilities have their own emergency procedures. Do not wait to evacuate. Evacuate now. Don't wait, evacuate now. Mandatory evacuation order. This is not a test. I repeat, this is not a test. A mandatory evacuation order was issued for New York Metropolis. The following message is transmitted at the request of the NYC Police Department, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, the New York City Fire Department, the National Guard, and the National Weather Service. Just under 2 minutes ago, electronics throughout the city combusted. Multiple fires throughout the metro have started. The fires have already caused several buildings to collapse. In addition, a derecho is expected to hit the city in the next 30 minutes. The derecho along with the fires will cause devastating damage. All residents are advised to immediately evacuate. If possible, get a radio and medical supplies and leave. Keep your phone with you. If you cannot find one or more of these items, leave them behind. You have between seconds and minutes before this fire could reach you. Once evacuating, please get out of the city. This is where evacuation shelters are being set up. Do not attempt to pick up relatives or family from schools or hospitals. These facilities have their own evacuation procedures. Evacuate now. If you don't, you may face certain death. Evacuate now. Red flag warning remains in effect through tonight. Where? The state of Florida. When? Until tonight at midnight. Mandatory evacuation order. This is not a test. I repeat, this is not a test. Mandatory evacuation order for the city of Tallahassee. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Tallahassee Police Department, the National Weather Service, and the Federal Emergency Management Agency. As of now, countless fires have occurred due to combusting electronics. Half of the city has already been completely obliterated due to the fires. All residents are urged to immediately leave. There is no time to grab any essentials. Please evacuate immediately. In addition, the prime blazing conditions are allowing the fire to spread fast. It is expected that in the next 10 minutes, the entire city will be burned. This is an extremely dangerous and life-threatening situation, and should be taken seriously. It is also to be noted that the water pumps are no longer functional. The electricity that allows water to flow in pumps and pipes has stopped. This is due to the solar storm that struck minutes ago. All attempts to put out any fires out worldwide with water have failed. Do not panic. Panicking will make the situation worse. Evacuate now. Do not wait. Evacuate now. Welcome back on KZRG. It's been a day since the power outage around the world has began. The solar storm was confirmed to be a coronal mass ejection. It is also to be noted that there are now people attacking others for supplies. So far, there are so many deaths of people due to this. Holy. There are more human deaths than the deaths of most animals. At least, in terms of animals that are hunted, like rabbits and deer. Oh. This is seriously bad. And we are just barely holding up here at KZRG. We nearly got our producer shot in the face, twice. I nearly got shot in the chest. And one of our workers here have been shot but survived. Oh. We just got a new report. Believe it or not, 258 million people are now dead. And experts believe we will only get small-scale electricity in the next 2 years. And that's the most optimistic prediction. In other news, we have reports of the volcano Kilauea erupting again. This caused 3 deaths and leveled about 50 structures. Yeah? Oh? Okay. I am getting word from my producer that an emergency alert is coming in. So, stand by while we activate the emergency alert system. Civil danger for the entirety of the United States. The following message is transmitted at the request of the U.S. government. This is not a test. As of now, numerous people have been breaking into homes and injuring people. This has been reported in all but 3 American counties. Hundreds of thousands of deaths have already been reported. Law enforcement is trying to handle the situation, but is not succeeding. In addition, the food in stores has spoiled. It is also reported that people are trying to hunt their own food. Instead, people have accidentally shot other people. It is also noted that people in extreme warm or cold areas are dying off. Without air conditioning, people are suffering from the extreme temperatures. It is also reported that elderly or young on high floors of buildings die off quickly. This is due to being unable to get down due to the elevators being down. If you are in a situation, please listen to the following instructions. That is, if you are still alive, of course. If your air conditioning is out and you are in a hot climate, then please relocate while you still have time, as indoor temperatures are rising rapidly. Make sure to drink plenty of water. If your air conditioning is out and you are in a cold climate, then dress in many layers of blankets and warm clothing. Patch up all holes and cracks with tape, wet clothing or damp towels. Try to retain as much warmth as possible. If you are trapped in a high-rise building, then try to contact a friend or relative that may be able to get to you. If you cannot, then try using stairwells. If there are no options remaining, please try to figure out a way to get down. However, if you are in this situation, odds of death are extremely high. Lastly, if someone is about to break into your home, then get any weapon you have, and do not let anyone inside your residence. Remember, do not attempt to dial 911. This simply won't work, as phone lines are down. Stay tuned to news media outlets on this dangerous situation. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Anoka Police Department. At 9:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, a plane has crashed into the city of Anoka. This plane has destroyed a section of a highway interstate along with 4 houses. The plane completely disintegrated upon impact, killing all on board. All people in the airliner's vicinity has also been killed instantly. The highway has also suffered extreme damage, but surprisingly still intact. This is likely due to the fact that the airplane indirectly hit the highway. A total of over 138 people have died from this incident. However, the plane has caused a fire due to the explosion. However, due to the rainy weather, it is unlikely for it to spread. The cause of this plane crash was lack of communication and engine failure. For now, all residents are urged to avoid the highway and to take an alternate route. Stay away from the plane crash site unless you are told otherwise by authorities. Stay tuned to news media outlets for more information on this situation. This is an emergency action notification requested by the White House. All EAS